Hello, good morning, Ignacio.
Hello, Michael. How are you doing?
Very well. Okay. I see you've set up your office in the basement of your house.
I know. We
keeping
all
away,
locked down.
keeping away from the children.
I
Okay,
know.
Ignacio. Well, for those who are watching us, Ignacio Pellicer is a very known barrister. Handles many cases. Many of the cases for us, for our firm, Davies Solicitors. His firm is called Pellicer Heredia. We've got many ongoing cases, and also we've got clients that are looking into finding a solicitor and barrister to handle their new cases. Ignacio, a lot of people are asking us, those with ongoing cases, what happens with their procedures during the coronavirus? Could you just sort of tell us exactly what's going on at the courts at the moment? Are they open or are they closed?
Right, Michael. Yes, actually, the situation where we are, as you know, in the state of alarm. So that means basically we've been locked down basically from a legal point of view as well, but only from a court point of view. That means that for those who already have an existing court case, everything is being stopped, okay? Even the actions for clients have been stopped as well. So that means that it was a royal decree, was on the 14th of March, and then it's going to be postponed and rolled until the 11th of April. So for this time, we could only attend emergencies, Michael.
Okay, so just so that I, for my peace of mind, if we receive a communication from the courts for one of the ongoing procedures, giving us, say, 10 days to respond, do those days not count at the moment? Can we all relax until the state of emergency finalizes?
Well, that's a very good question, Michael. The situation for people to know is whatever they receive now, number one is passing on to you, to the lawyer, okay, to the solicitor, right, to double check. But to tell you, the situation is, even if they receive a letter from the tax office, that will be stopped and postponed. Only the existing procedures, and with regards to court cases, exactly the same. Civil cases are being stopped at the moment. They don't allow us to lodge any letters through the courts. And the situation is, if it's an emergency or any criminal situation, yes, they are still open for those cases, for that situation. But on a civil, commercial, companies and tax, but tax only referring to the ongoing existing procedures. Income tax return carries on, and 720 is being carried on. So the self-declaration being going on. Okay.
Okay, Ignacio, we'll do another one on tax, etc. So just keep to the actual court cases today. The ones that concern me most are from the 14th onwards. The courts have all stopped making communications. Well, my greatest concern is what happens to those communications that we received, both you or me or the client directly, just directly before the 14th. That gave us, for example, 10 days to respond. My understanding is that the days don't count until the national emergency has been declared finalized. Is that right?
Correct. Yeah, you're fully correct. For a peace of mind, anybody who received something before and they were given X amount of time to answer, is like that never happened. For example, Michael, you know, in August in Spain, everything shuts. The courts, everything shut. So it's going to be basically like having an August in the middle of us now.
Okay, I understand. Okay,
count.
so that I understand. So that the viewers understand, if they received a communication on, for example, the 12th, giving them 10 days, those, so that's 12, 13th, 14th, that's 2 days consumed, but now all these days don't count, and when the national emergency is declared finalized, we start counting the remaining eight days.
Correct.
More
correct. That's exactly, unless there is a new royal decree that says something with regards to this timing, that's the perfect explanation, Michael.
Excellent. Okay, so people need to realise, though, all this is to do just with court cases, because the tax The tax issue is much more complicated. We'll have to discuss it another time because certain things have been delayed, other things haven't, because in Spain we've got the National Tax Office collecting, we've got the regional one, and everyone's doing their own thing. So we'll deal with that specifically, point by point, on another call. I've got another question for you, Ignacio. I've written them down so I don't forget. Okay, so the other question is, now we know what the people with the ongoing cases have to do. Just one last thing about them, and that is that if you do receive anything, to please email it to either Ignacio or myself, just in case, so that we can have a look at it for peace of mind, okay? Now, with new clients, what happens? Obviously, I presume they can't present a case at the moment. They can't actually present the court case, can they?
No, and that's a very good question here, Michael. Now, I think it's a very good opportunity now. I mean, for all of us, I mean, we are very, very overwhelmed with trying to do and present all the claims as soon as this state of alarm is finished. So it's a very good time to gather documents, gather evidence, gather everything in order to have it ready. So when they let us lodge it again, we'll be able to do it. So I think it's a very good time for all solicitors to put things together, ready to lodge.
Okay, that makes sense, because yes, those of you, so of course, because you've got all the barristers now, you've got no court hearings going on at the moment. So that also gives you a little bit of extra time, if the children allow, of course. So that gives you a little extra time to do a bit more studying and work.
Yes.
So yes, so with that then, basically the idea would be is that if you're going to lodge a claim, or you've been presented with a claim and you need to respond to it, this time really should not be wasted. It should not be wasted. In other words, you can still hire your solicitor, you can still hire Ignacio myself to handle the procedure. In fact, it would be a good time to do it, because in the case of Ignacio, he doesn't have the hearings at the moment, which obviously frees up 2 or 3 extra hours a day for him to do the work. And I also imagine that when everyone gets back after the national emergency, there's going to be a big backlog of cases going to be presented. Everything's going to be very, very busy. So now would be a good moment. Now, regarding for those of you that don't know, regarding the initial appointment that, of course, Ignacio and me always do in one of our offices, either in Alicante, Ignacio's office, or my office in Majaca, Almeria, or Marbella. Obviously, we're not doing any meetings in the office at the moment because it's not safe, basically, for either you or for us, the clients, or for us. But we do all the first appointments now by video conference, with both Ignacio and me present, exactly the same as we would have normally done physically, but over the internet. And what we do, the procedure would be, you just contact us as normal by phone. Our normal phone lines are being responded as normal. They're all redirected to homes of the staff of the office. And basically they would explain how it would all work. It would be a video conference. We ask for all the documents to be sent to us 5 days before the meeting, and then we would be able to have the meeting exactly as normal. Is there anything else that you'd like to add about court cases, Ignacio, in these trying times?
Yeah, well, they're giving, as you said, they're giving us a little bit of time now to suspend all the hearings. So for any person that had a hearing, please do not worry, because everything is being postponed and suspended. So that's number one. And for those of you who are lodging now or pretending to have new cases, it's a good time to gathering and put things together, because everything takes a lot of time, and I think it's valuable time now for us to study and work on your behalf if you need us. So yes, Michael.
So that our clients know, I mean, on average, and this varies a lot, of course, depending on the case, but on average, if a client came to us today with the idea of lodging a court case, between the studying and the preparing of the court case, even in normal circumstances, takes normally over a month. Okay, so in reality, by hiring your barrister now, as in the post, to later, there is no real difference. You'll still probably present your court case about a month after you see us. There are cases, obviously, they're presented within a week, and there are presented cases that take 2 months to prepare. But in any case, they do need preparation, so we can prepare them now exactly the same as if we didn't have this situation with the pandemic. Okay, Ignacio. So those people that actually had a court hearing during the next 2 weeks, what will happen? Will the courts communicate a new date, I presume? Yes, but that will happen later on.
Yes, that's correct. Everybody already ongoing with an existing court case will be notified by the court, being given a new date eventually. Now, the thing is that we don't know, and I don't expect that to be very quick, because when we go back to normal, they're going to try to schedule, and they will have to reschedule the whole calendar year, because everything is now different. Everything is a new calendar. So I think they will have to redo the whole lot. But it's good because it gives us time for everybody to organize their diaries and their schedules. So I think it will take time, but we'll carry on moving. Excellent.
Ignacio, it's been great, pleasure talking to you. Well, I hope you don't mind. I'll be calling you again probably shortly if anything else turns up with this subject of the court cases.
Of course. Any question, Michael, feel free to do a video conference. We are online.
Very good. Thank you, Ignacio. Have a nice day.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Thanks. Bye.